Have you ever felt like you gave everything to your job, only to be tossed aside like you meant nothing? This is the story of a man who lived that nightmare. Let's call him Alex. Alex wasn't just an employee. He was the heart and soul of his team. He was the first one in the office and the last one to leave. He poured his creativity, his passion, and his late nights into a company he truly believed in. He saw his colleagues as family and his boss as a mentor. He thought his dedication was seen, that it was valued. He was wrong. One Tuesday morning, with no warning, no explanation, he was called into an office. The words were cold, clinical, and final. Your services are no longer required. Just like that, his world shattered. No reason was given. The boss he respected wouldn't even look him in the eye. He packed his desk in a daze, the congratulations cards from past projects now feeling like a cruel joke. Walking out of that building for the last time, with the weight of betrayal heavy on his shoulders, he made a silent promise to himself. This would not be his end. This would be his beginning. The first few months were brutal. The shock turned into anger, then into annoying self-doubt. Was he not good enough? What did he do wrong? The silence from his former company was deafening. He sent out dozens of resumes, but the rejections piled up. It felt like the world was telling him he had failed. Many would have given up, but for Alex, every no just fueled his fire. He remembered the promise he made to himself. He stopped looking for a seat at someone else's table. He decided to build his own. He started small, from a corner in his tiny apartment. He took on freelance projects, working 18-hour days. He used his anger not as a poison, but as a fuel. He studied market trends, learned new skills, and connected with people who saw his potential. He was building something, brick by painful brick. He remembered the faces of his former colleagues, the dismissive wave of his old boss. That memory wasn't for revenge. It was a reminder of what he never wanted to become. He would build a company based on respect, on loyalty, on valuing the people who gave their all. Slowly but surely, his small venture began to grow. His reputation for quality and integrity spread. He hired his first employee, then his second, treating them with the respect he was never shown. His company expanded, launching innovative products that started to disrupt the industry. The same industry that had cast him out was now watching his rise with a mix of awe and fear. Alex never lost focus. He was driven, relentless, and always remembered the sting of that Tuesday morning. Years passed. His company, once a one-man operation in a cramped apartment, was now a major player. And then the news broke. The very company that had fired him was struggling. On the verge of bankruptcy, a victim of its own poor leadership and inability to innovate. They were looking for a buyer, a savior. And that's when Alex made his move. He didn't come to gloat. He came to rebuild it. He walked back into that familiar building, not with a cardboard box, but with a team of lawyers. The executives, including his former boss, sat across the table, their faces pale. They didn't recognize him at first. But when he spoke, when he introduced himself as the head of the acquiring firm, the shock was undeniable. The man they had discarded without a second thought now held their entire future in his hands. He had returned, not as an employee, but as the owner. His story isn't just about success. It's a powerful lesson that your worth is never determined by someone else's inability to see it. Never let a setback define your journey. Let it fuel your comeback. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that inspire.